Hello and welcome to my channel. So as you can see from the title, we're literally doing week 2 on the alternative days intermittent fasting. Sorry, now I might have to fix my camera because it keeps rolling down. So I'm actually feeling amazing only for the fact that I'm in my pajamas and it's 10:30 and I am going to make my way to bed after I finish this video. And that is a big thing for me because lately, especially with running a few businesses and starting a few things up, I have been going to bed crazy, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm expected to be up at 4 o'clock to have a productive morning, which is a goal that I have for myself. So I've been kidding myself. So on being on this intermittent fasting, your mind gets a lot more clearer and you get a lot more focus on what you want and where you want to be and making those decisions that make that happen. So my commitment to myself is to go to bed earlier so I can wake up at the time that I want to wake up, so I can do the things that are important to me, like making sure I get my hot water and lemon. I'm a Christian, so praying, meditation, journaling, just doing those things to set myself up to win. One of the things, I don't know if any of you's have done, is the chamomile. I'm not a big chamomile drinker as much as I am a big herbal drinker. I hear some good things about it, so I'm going to give it a try. It's nice the next couple of weeks and see how it goes. Help me wind down. This camera's irritating me. I can't get it to sit still. Anyway, so I want to talk about my week 2. I mean, I haven't been doing the best of keeping track. One of the things I have done, and I've got, if anybody wants it, I've got some free downloads. I'll leave them underneath and I'll explain to you what they are in a minute. But I'm just going to go through some of my notes and I'm going to go through the pros and cons and like where I am at. So I never got to weigh myself. I started at a very awkward stage. I should have started on like the Monday or the Sunday, and I started on the Wednesday. So I had a meal on a Wednesday, I fasted on the Thursday, and then I've been doing that. So it's been I can't remember exactly how many days. I'll put it up here. When I edit, I'll look. So these are how many days that I've been fasting officially. So I didn't get to weigh myself. As much as I have got scales, I couldn't find them. And I have 2 scales, to be honest, because I'm a health coach. So I do have 2 scales. The scales I have, this is how much I weigh. It was 78.1. The thing is, I'm not big on how much I'm weighing. I'm more big on body fat. And that was giving me a wrong reading. It was giving me like 27 point something. And I know I'm not 27 point something. That would be my goal. So I knew it was reading wrong and I can't find my other scales. So I don't know. So what I'm going to do is, I think by the end of the week, hopefully I'll be able to order some new ones and then I'll be able to keep track. But at the moment, we're just going to go with the weight, which is this. So apart from that, my pros, let's start with the good stuff. Mental clearness, like mental clarity. Like I feel a lot more focused, and not a lot of things have been thrown at me, like small things, money things as well, and it's not really moved me. Now I don't know if that is the so-called intermittent fasting, or it's just a mindset that I've had coming into the new year, looking back at things and saying to myself, no, I have to speak power into my life. And for that reason, I'm not allowing myself to get moved by things. Now, do I think the diet's helping me? Completely, because I'm feeling a lot better naturally on it. I am not doing that mental monkey mind with myself where I feel shit about myself, basically, because, or I feel fat, or bloated, or those feelings that the food gives you. Because I'm not feeling them, it's easier for me to prolong my confidence, you know, speak to myself better and feel that as well. I physically, in all aspects, feel better. The cons, there isn't many. I mean, the first couple of days I thought I was going to get headaches and stuff like that, but I never. It's just kind of thinking to yourself, God, I've done it, like it's been 24 hours and I've still got ages to go. But by the time you go to bed, and then the nice thing is I always think when I wake up and then I've only got an hour or two and then I can eat something, and I normally go on quite longer. I normally don't break my fast until the afternoon. So I'm always coaxing myself like to do better, to go as long as I can. And in that time, in the time that I'm fasting, making sure that I'm meal prepping or preparing or thinking about the beautiful food that I'm going to eat. A majority of the time it's not junk, and that feels so good. I've got crisp and stuff in the house because I've got a child in the house, and I've been giving her popcorn, my favorite popcorn. Like, it's lasted, like normally I'll eat that in a day, it's lasted the whole week because I'm giving her bits by bits throughout the weekend and that, and I've not even had one. I actually, weekend I had a little bit, and that felt good, just to have a handful and know that I can stop. None of the cons, I know it doesn't look like it, but my lips have been very dry, but I think that is because I'm not getting enough water. Now, I don't know if that's because of the intermittent fasting. I'm not too sure. I want to say no, because of the weather, if I'm really honest with you, but my lips have been hella dry. Like, I'll even show you a picture. Like, that's how I woke up this morning. So it took a hot minute for them. One of my other cons is that I haven't been drinking enough water on my fasting days, obviously. So today was a lot better. I may not have drank like cold, like bottled water as much, but I was drinking a lot of green tea and hot water, warm water and lemon, and I drank that throughout the day, and that was good. So I actually feel a lot more hydrated than I normally do. I think the last couple of fasting days, the full fasting days, I haven't been drinking water, and it's not affected me, but I feel like that helps, that contributes towards the hunger pains, if you know what I mean. And knowing that I'm not drinking enough water just doesn't feel good. So drinking it more. I'm not having anything chamomile, green tea, warm water and cold bottled water, and that's it. So I've started, I don't know if I did it in my last video, but I've started taking a protein powder called Inshore. I will show you a picture here. I should have brought it up with me. And basically it's a protein powder that helps people that has had like maybe operations or medical stuff that doesn't allow them to eat, and they need the boost. I like it. It tastes really nice. It doesn't have the aftertaste of maybe protein powder that I normally get, but it only comes in a small tin. I'm going to buy the big tin afterwards because I wasn't too sure if I like it, and I like it. I tend to break my fast with for the last couple of days, banana and peanut protein powder. It's easy to make. As you can see, I've got one of these and I'll show you. One of these electric amazing blended bottles. I'll put the link down there if you want to get one. I love it. It's absolutely a game changer. So apart from that, that is it. Now I've reconnected with my Fitness Pal, so if any of you want to join me on that, I'll put a link to my Fitness Pal there, and you can just add me as my friend. I'm going to be logging my food and just more pictures and just where I'm at a little bit more. I will talk about that now. I'm working on a few programs and I've got a few free trials, but I'll talk about that in the next video. This one, I just want to go through my templates with you. So this one is just a progress tracker. So as you can see, I've got to do my measurements. I am going to do my measurements tomorrow. To be honest, I should have done this all when I started, and that's why I'm going to give you this, and this is going to be free. You just have to give me your email address for this one so you can download it. So this one has got your measurements, and then you've got your measurements for week 1, week 4 and week 8, because this is an 8-week tracker. And then at the bottom I've wrote body fat because it's not on there, but I should have put that on there. And then you've got your assessments for the week. So it's basically asking you what your mood was like for the week, it's playing up, isn't it? What your mood was like, motivation, how did you do on your nutrition, and your workouts. So this is every week, preferably on a Sunday. You'll sit down and you'll just generally go through your week on a whole. I really like this one. And the next one we've got is a clean eating food list. So this goes through the veggies, protein, fruits, carbs, and healthy fats, seeds and dressing, oils and butters, and the free foods that you can have as many as. And just giving you some tips here. And this is really good if you are not a person that's actually always sure on what you can have and what you can't have. And then the grocery list goes with it, and it does the same things: fruits, veggies, proteins, fruits, and then you can write down what you want to buy. So it's just an easier way. Fold it up, put it in your bag, or take a snapshot of it and leave that on your fridge. And next one you've got is this little tips. So basically it's a meal prep and tips. So it just gives you generally like schedule. Pick a convenient day out of the week to schedule, sit down for planning out your menu. Things like that. Just real good practical tips that can help you through your meal prepping. And then you've got the workout. So this is, I love this because this is a month's view, and I'm very, very big. Even my law of attraction planner is a month's view, and that helps. So I don't know if some of you know that I'm a single mum, so sometimes it's really difficult for me. So I was hoping to go to the gym on Saturday morning because I had a babysitter, but they had to leave early, and my gym opens at 8:30, so I wasn't going to be back until about whatever time, and that couldn't happen. Sunday I had a babysitter, which is something I don't get regularly, just once every 2 weeks. But by the time I did the baby's hair and did everything, and I wanted to work on some stuff, the gym closed at 8 o'clock in the evening, and I was like, it's like whatever time now, by the time I go and come back, it might not be worth it. And then on Monday I overslept because I was up working and didn't go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning because the babysitter had the baby and I needed to be back for 7:30. It would have been ideal, but I have got that where I know that the baby goes every 2 weeks. So I've scheduled myself in to go to the gym on those days. Now, the days that the baby is at nursery, I'm doing all my jobs. I don't know if some of you know, I have a few things over my belt. I have a cleaning business. I have my health coaching business. I have my lash and my boutique. So everything I've got to do on the days, especially the days that the baby goes to nursery, which is 3 days a week, I have decided to put myself first. And that means I am going to look after myself. So my health comes first. So I've decided once I drop the baby to nursery early, then I'll get to the gym and then I'll do a workout, shower and everything. And then anything I've got to do after that, I'll book around that time. So that's what I've done. I have done that. But I have a problem tomorrow where I've got a job early. So I can't do it tomorrow. But the next couple of days, I've scheduled it in. And the same to go with my skipping that I do at night with my neighbour outside. She's off sick for a little while because she hurt her back. So I'm going to be doing it. And each week we put the skips up by 100. So this week's it's 600, next week is 7, 8, 9 until we get to about 1,000. So that's good having that month's view. And I use a erasable pen, so it's just easy for me to take off because I don't like to see everything messy everywhere or feel like I have failed in any way when it's just an adjustment. So that was it. And then you've got it for the meal planner as well, but this one is for the week, so that one's good. But because I'm fasting, obviously I've wrote my fasting days down, and then my meals, I've not really put them down yet, but I feel like because of the way my house is situated, meaning I've got so much fruits and vegetables, I don't really feel like I can go wrong. So I just cooked some tuna, so that's gonna last me at least 2 different meals, so tomorrow and a Friday daytime, so I don't really have to worry about that. But I'll write them down. If you're a person that's not sure, and I will use the combination of the shopping that I buy and this, and the good thing about you save so much money, and because you're cooking however often, 2 or 3 times a week, you generally cook like I'm cooking, I've cooked today for tomorrow and Friday, I'm good. Do you understand what I mean? Next time I have to cook is Sunday, and that's going to last me Sunday, Monday, and maybe even Wednesday, depending how I store it. So the cooking side of things have just become a breeze, and it feels so much less pressure. I love it. So that's what you get. And then I've got my general goals, long-term goals for the 8 weeks. So goals like what, apart from, you know, losing some body fat. So my first week goals was alternative intermittent fasting, which is what I'm doing now, to meal prep, to go gym 3 times a week, to eat clean. Just because you do intermittent fasting doesn't mean you're going to eat clean. So mine was to eat clean and have 1 cheat meal a week. So that's going to be my Sunday. And then my second week goals, which is this week, was to eat at the table. I know it sounds funny, you know, I have got a dining table through the grace of God, and I don't sit down and eat. So the day before yesterday, Monday, me and my daughter sat down and we ate together, and that was so nice. And I bought this dining table in December, and I have not once sat on it to eat with my daughter. So that was my, and no eating in public. So unless it's my protein shake, I don't want to be eating any of my food in public or snacking or stuff like that. It's just one of those personal goals that I have for the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I don't know what my goals is. I'll sit down on Sunday and figure out what they are. And then the last bit to this is the daily journal. So this can be a little bit of a pain, but it's like, now that I'm finishing with you guys, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to like go through this. So how many hours did you sleep? How much water did you have? Did you take any vitamins or any supplements? What was your meals? This one is the side for the calories, but no one's going to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And then workouts, skipping is what I've done in any of the gyms, and things that you want to improve for tomorrow. So my thing is getting up early, check my alarm was on. One of the reasons on Monday why I didn't go to the gym, because I thought I set Alexa. I'm 99% sure I set Alexa, but when I woke up, it was like 7:30. I jumped up, I asked Alexa where was the alarm. She told me no alarm was been set. So I'm going to make sure I double check tonight and keep my phone on the other side of the room or downstairs. And I'm going to go bed early for the first time since I've started, really. So I'm really proud of myself. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time out with me. I have got a few programs to do with the intermittent fasting, to do with health and fitness, and I've got some free trials going on, but I will talk about that in the next video. So this time all I'm going to do is put the links down to my Fitness Pal, if you want to download one of the programs, and my boutique or any others, my lashes, anything else that goes with me. I'll put the links down there. Thank you so much for your time. If you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your time. Good night.